Hello everyone. Welcome to the fifth session of the video series on the range of SWISCA scales for grain and milled product weighing, for which Southern Illinois Scale is the sales and service agent in the USA. Joining us today, as usual, is Andreas Kleiner from Research and Development at SWISCA to talk to us about another of the SWISCA products. Hello, Andreas.
Hello, Ramesha. Thanks for having me here. Today, I would like to talk about our last scale in a row. That's the differential scale macro. I will just share my screen with you. Then we can go through all these slides real quick. So as we always do, is we constant on focusing on constant high quality. We want also to give excellent service to our customers, and also we will partner with service agents like Southern Illinois Scale to achieve this goal. We will be a competent partner for your dosing and weighing application. And thanks to our large stock, we also have an optimal availability for spares, but not for just for spares, also for whole scales. We got quite short lead times due to our stock. And as always, we want to offer best price to performance ratio in the industry. All our scales have in common that they operate without compressed air. They all work with highest precision, are easy to operate, and thanks to this absence of pneumatic cylinders, they are very energy efficient. They all use electric servo drives like you see here, or you'll see later with the macro, which are these drives are a little bit larger. Our modern scale control also allows to connect to a cloud. They are very reliable machines. They're due to the sturdy construction and meet also highest hygienic expectation. Thanks to the openings, it's everything is cleanable, and all the parts are made out of stainless steel, as well as the ceilings are metal detectable, and thus increase the food safety standards. And all these scales are also required just a minimum of maintenance. So that's these 5 scales that we have started with. Today we are talking about the macro. That's a differential scale for non-free flowing or for powdered products, and can be used in different applications. So this macro, that's how it looks like. Sometimes it has an inlet hopper, depends a little bit on the operation mode. It has 4 sizes. The lowest one we usually don't do because it has some disadvantages. So the 130 means that the 130 millimeter of auger diameter up to a 245 millimeter auger diameter, which for flour, it goes up to about 50 tons an hour, or from 3.6 tons maximum to about 50 tons within these 4 sizes. And they have also different hopper volumes in here. The smallest one has a hopper volume of about 150 liters. It goes up to about 400 liters for the 245 macro 245. As you can see here, they are easy to clean. There are doors to open with a switch. It's a safety switch that doesn't allow the scale to run when it's open. And as well as you can pull out the auger easily without unplugging the cables for the servo drives. There's also a safety switch below that you see down here, but you can just pull this drive back and move it to the right, and then you can pull out the auger. It's especially useful when you operate in a macro scale in mixing plants where you have constantly changing products, and you have to clean it very often to make sure that when you go from a darker product back to a lighter or whiter product, that you don't have any contamination in this white one again. There's some sample flow sheets where you can use the macro. The macro can be used as a dosing scale for continuous or for batch blending system. So in this case, it's a continuous one, where in this case, out of 2 bins, you got 2 macros where you feed the main ingredient into a continuous mixer. And you can add with micro differential scales. We've already talked about these scales in a previous session. You can add minor ingredients as well to this product stream that is being mixed in this continuous mixer. Something similar, you can also feed a batch mixer. There's a different operation mode for the macro where you can operate this macro for batch dosing. So it feeds a predefined batch into a mixer. And you can do that with different ingredients, or again here with micro ingredients for the micro feeder. You can have also bins above, or in this case, the symbol indicates it's a manual refilling spout. But this is for mixing. And then you can also use the macro. That's now you see this inlet hopper. When measuring, that's a sample installation in the mill. It can be at the end of the milling process when you have to measure a given flow rate. It comes from a mill or from a other process. Then it measures what's being processed, and in this case, it regulates a certain amount or certain flow rate. And here it measures a given flow rate. And here a special feature is also then if it's measured a certain flow rate, you can adjust the minor ingredients to the flow rate. So in order to have always the right mixture in your end product. Again, this macro also uses this SWISCA scale control that contains of an embedded microcontroller, which is very reliable and offers different interfaces to connect to a PLC control system or to a cloud services. And it also can be used to give assistance in case of when something happens. We can log on and see what happens on the scale and try to figure out what to do or help the operator to get the right settings for certain products. That's how it looks like. Again, this is the main control system with these 2 interfaces. The upper ones for the PLC control. We offer these 4 different field bus communication protocols. 2 are Ethernet based. That's the Profinet for more of the Siemens world, or the Ethernet IP for Allen Bradley. And then we have the serial communication like Profibus or RS485. On the second interface, we have the interface for the HMI that can be accessed from outside the plant or from mobile devices within the same network range. All right, that's it about the macro, excuse me. And we welcome you to ask questions or write us on either via the website or contact Southern Illinois Scale if you have more questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andreas, for this informative session. I believe that those of you watching now have an idea about how the SWISCA macro scale can be used for your business. So if you have any inquiries, feel free to reach out to us and we can assist you. Thank you and see you in the next video.